When people hear under the influence, they think intoxication, but here it means something deeper. Here it means being moved by real stories, being inspired by greatness, and being influenced by the ones shifting culture forward. The mic isn't for noise, it's for impact. The space isn't for fame, it's for purpose. Welcome to Under the Influence, where we sit down with the voices redefining Nashville from the inside out. You look so good, sister.
Girl, you look so good. Look at your shoes.
Thank you. I love the beach waves.
Thank you.
Okay, now, you are originally from California, being a Cali girl. What part of California are you from?
I'm an LA girl.
Oh, LA.
I'm from Burbank, California originally. Home is also split between San Diego and there, and yeah, kind of. I'm a SoCal girl.
So how did that shape your worldview? Like, how are the California girls?
LA has so many wild stereotypes, right?
Yes.
But the people that are from there, I like to say, like, we're pretty normal, right?
Okay.
But then there's things that happen in our world that are not so normal. For example, growing up, everybody's involved in the industry in some capacity, whether it's like, people that do wardrobe design as a career or production and lighting and engineering and all of that. So it was never like a weird thing when myself or my cousins are all super involved in the industry too, wanted to pursue that career. Our parents were just kind of like, okay, whatever. It's kind of normal.
School one day, then the Oscars right after school.
I lived in an apartment in Hollywood, directly behind the Roosevelt Hotel, for anybody who's been. And Teddy Tuesdays. I used to hit up Teddy Tuesdays. If you know, you know. And yeah, I was such a Hollywood club rat at one point in my life.
I love this.
But they used to shut the entire street down the entire week leading up to the Oscars. Oscar Sunday, like if you have to go to the grocery store, you got to go anywhere, like you're not getting out. Like it was the most wildly inconvenient thing on the planet. But yeah, I mean, the Oscars were like in my backyard.
Did that make you fall in love with like the arts and production?
Yeah, you just have like a deeper appreciation for it. And I'd like to think that growing, I spent my early 20s in LA, like really in Hollywood. And I feel like that does thicken your skin a lot.
Ooh, really? Like how?
I mean, it's just a different world out there where you hear, we're in the industry and you hear crazy promises all day long and you hear all sorts of people that are like, I'm going to make you a star. And I'm just kind of like, okay. Sure. You just like learn to weed that kind of stuff out.
So your discernment is strong.
Yeah. I'm very unfazed by a lot at this point. And so I think that that's kind of a healthy mindset to have.
And you come from a musical family. So what was your first like representation or introduction to Latin country music? Or did you want to like be the first introduction?
So we have like a very, very musical family. I have a cousin that's like a Latin singer. She was on The Voice Mexico. My cousins have,
that's so cool.
Yeah. And then my cousins have a band called The City, and they're in that indie rock world. I'm always like, your music is way too cool for me. Like I am just, when I watch them, I'm like, you guys are just so cool and artsy, and like I you know what I'm saying? That like really indie vibe where you're like, okay, this is different. I like it.
I love it.
But yeah, and so they tour and all of that, and I always grew up singing, or my parents put us in instruments at a really young age. We did spend a lot of time in Northern Virginia as kids because my dad was in the government, so we kind of moved around a little bit for like childhood. So I feel like Virginia definitely exposed me to country music. But I mean, we're not country by any means. We are like Mexicans from California. We are not
that. Very Valley.
Yeah, very Valley. But I mean, I think at a young age, I grew up in that generation where I got to watch Carrie Underwood become a star. I got to watch Taylor Swift become a star. I got to watch, the Chicks and Shania Twain and all these fabulous females. And I think from a really young age, I was like, I like country music because of the storytelling, and I like that they, you get to perform with a band, and I just loved everything about it. But it was really just like the storytelling, and I write a lot of songs about stupid boys and real life experiences, and Miss Taylor Swift was definitely my big introduction to that as a kid. I mean, she's amazing. And So yeah, I mean, have always fallen in love with country music.
You're in North Virginia and you turn on the radio, you hear Shania Twain, and what pulled you into like the country? Not only just to love it, but like I want to make my own.
I love the powerhouse vocals. I mean, that is what it is. I love a diva moment. I mean, all my favorite artists are like Ariana Grande, Britney Spears, Beyonce, diva. You know, I love a diva.
Are you a diva, Andrea?
I feel like yes and no.
Okay.
Like I can be on stage, but I feel like I'm pretty chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to have to see when the stories come out. Before Nashville, before the industry, before the Vasquez, who is Andrea?
I feel like I'm a very low-key, goofy person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Like
can sense that.
I'm like a prankster.
What's like your craziest prank?
I feel like I can't say a lot of them.
Oh.
Okay, so my cousins and I just have like a very sick sense of humor. Just like insane. And we will pick somebody and we're like, let's keep messing with him. Like so like the days of Craigslist, right? I have a cousin Casey who, you know, oh my God, I really hope he listens to this because he's going to kill me, but it's kind of funny. I'm going to throw him under the bus. Do you remember the Fire Festival?
No, what is that?
You don't remember that guy? It was like Ja Rule and some guy made this festival up that didn't exist. Does anybody in the audience know what I'm talking about? The Fire Festival. It was like all these influencers were going to go on this island. There's a documentary on it.
Okay, I got to watch it.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. But like he's the kind of guy that was trying to go to Fire Festival. So he's just like classic, you know, just sometimes just very LA influencer, just like
easy to get.
Very easy to get. So this has got to be like 10 years ago. Facebook Marketplace, I don't think was a thing. It was Craigslist. And they were all trying to get tickets to Coachella. So my cousin and I are like, why don't we just put Casey's number on Craigslist for Coachella tickets? Like,
oh, wow.
So we put his number on. We put an ad that's like selling 2 general admission tickets for, it's like, I don't know, maybe we said like $400 or best offer.
That's good for Coachella tickets.
Duh. So we did it like the week leading up to it. He comes out of a room and he goes, who did this to me? His phone stopped working because he was getting so many calls and text messages.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're expert level prankster.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny. But like we're all good sports and we do that stuff to each other.
You have this saying, country with a little tahine. What does that mean?
Just country with a little bit of spice. And I feel like that's what I am. I mean, I love tahine, duh. I mean, how do you not? Beautiful. I put it on just about everything. So I feel like that became a joke with me and one of my best friends. And then I think he was just like, oh, you're like my little tahine. He called me that. And then I think that's when we kind of like were like, wait a minute. This could be like a slogan. Let's figure this out. And then we said country with a little tahine. And it was kind of perfect. And
yes.
I have merch that I have like trucker hats. I have little, what is it? Those little stickers.
Yeah, I need the shirt.
I will get you a shirt. I'll get you a shirt. I have trucker hats.
Yes.
Got stickers. And every year around CMA Fest, I go and graffiti it around town. And
yes.
I haven't gotten in trouble for it yet.
Get the merch, guys. And after you guys get the merch, okay, and we're back. So fast forward, you're in Nashville. Nashville can kind of be a cliquey city. So how'd you go about building your own community here?
So I started traveling and really, really consistently doing writes and things like that in Nashville in 2016, which is 10 years ago, which is wild. And I officially like made the move in 2017. So we're coming up on the 9-year. But I went to a music college in LA called Musicians Institute. It's in Hollywood. And I already knew a couple people that were here. And I had a good buddy that he kind of helped manage me a little bit in the beginning. And it's funny, when I moved here, he moved back, but I kind of got inherited into his friend group. So that was kind of nice to have my own little community.
Yeah.
And everybody listening knows what this is, but there's a giant resurgence of Californians that are coming here. So, you know, you just naturally, I got a lot of the Californians over here. So it was kind of easy to make friends in that
that's good.
capacity. And I don't know, I just think Nashville's just very warm and very community. Like I'm sure you kind of feel this way too. Like I feel like everyone's really,
it is home.
It is just very homey, and I feel like people are pretty real. And I mean, I was just kind of in that era where there was like Belcourt Taps and people would just meet people at writers' rounds and all these really cool, opportunities to just constantly be meeting people at like Whiskey Jam when it was in Midtown and just constantly being around creatives. And
was it a culture shock? Like, like us in the South, we're like, hi, how are you? How are you doing? Like to get to know your day.
Oh my God. I had a culture shock when I went to Trader Joe's and a lady was like asking me, they called it a buggy. She was like, do you want my buggy? And I was like, why is she talking to me? Number one. Number two, what? And I'm like, she didn't want anything from me. She was like actually just being nice. So that is obviously something nice, but that was definitely a culture shock because I was just used to like go, go, go.
That's how they are in LA.
Yeah.
Oh, child, bless the day when I go there. As a Latina artist in the country space, how do you go about like navigating visibility and like pushing through assumptions? Because, people have this idea of what country looks like and sound like.
So that's just been a really interesting thing to kind of go throughout the years. About 10, 12 years ago when I was doing like a lot of auditions and all that kind of stuff in LA, people would be like, oh, that's great. Can you sing Shakira? Like sing like a Shakira cover? And I'd be like, no, I just sang like a Carrie Underwood song for you. Like, what do you mean you want me to just like randomly sing a Shakira song? I can, I don't want to. Love her, but that's not my vibe. What? So I feel like in that moment, no one really understood how to kind of make it a thing. So I feel like when I came here, it was very like, I don't know. I think that the whole Black country artist thing, Latin country artist thing just wasn't a thing. Right?
Yes.
And I feel like there was a sense of like, oh, well, Darius Rucker signed. So like we are conclusive. And you're like, no, not really still. So it was just this weird taboo kind of thing. And for a while it was like, well, we're not really going to say much about like where you're from. But I'm like, but my last name's Vasquez. And I don't really look like my hair's a little more brown now, but it was like very blonde. And it was just trying to fit into like a certain thing. And it's kind of funny because I think things have changed a little bit in the world in the last couple of years. And now I'll meet industry people that are like, why aren't you throwing Spanish in your songs? I'm like, you literally told me not to do that like years ago.
How was that switch for you? Now it's like, oh, now you guys are on
now
board.
You care. Yeah. It's just like a funny thing. But I throw it in there when it makes sense and it feels authentic to me. I mean, I think to my core, I am a country music artist and that's what I want to be. I just want to be the country music artist that happens to look different, and that just be a bonus. And I think that's when it feels true and it's when it makes the most sense and when people can kind of like really relate to that.
That was beautifully said.
Thanks.
And now you also are part of the Country Latin Association. So how does that align with how you see the future of country Latin music?
Yeah, so I co-founded that with Angie K. She's brilliant.
Co-founder?
She's amazing. And we really just wanted to highlight country artists around the world, literally around the world. If you did a deep dive and you looked up country music in Brazil, it's massive.
What? You would never think.
Or Mexico. I mean, regional Mexican music is literally country music. They're like the original cowboys too. And so we were just wanting to, it started off as us kind of making like this platform to repost some people, give them some love. And then we decided to want to do a podcast, Latino Nashville, off of that. And all these cool things just started happening from there. The guys at Origins Music Group, they're amazing.
Yes. Shout out to Corey.
Corey and Steven, you guys are the best. And, they're also the kind of people that are like, we want to work with you and we want to lift other people up too. Everything that they do is, at Origins is pretty much that. And so we decided to co-host a really cool lineup at Plaza Mariachi in June. And it just so happened to be kind of peak of when all the ice raids were happening. And so I think we went back and forth for a little bit because when we first started planning it, things weren't as tense. And then by the time June came around, it was pretty tense. Yeah. And so we were like, do we do it? Do we not do it? And then we just said, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do it. Everything is really dark and gloomy right now. We need something that like is going to lift everyone's spirits up. Yes. And all the business owners inside of Plaza were super, super like, it's been kind of a ghost town in here. And that place is never a ghost town.
Never a ghost town.
Never a ghost town. Yeah. And just having a good time. And they were just so happy that we like went and were like, we have your backs. And I think that's kind of what it just was so rewarding in that way. And, you know, I told a story recently too to someone how I got to go to the CMAs this past year and walk the carpet. And Angie and I actually went together and we stopped and went to the bathroom before we went on the carpet. We had like the pre-jitters. We're like, we need to go one more time. And we met we were just washing our hands at the end, and the custodian lady, she was a Hispanic woman. She was like, oh, you look cute. And we answered her back in Spanish. And she was like, oh my gosh, you know, she probably assumed we spoke Spanish, but not for sure. And so we started talking to her and she was like, oh, are you guys walking? Are you guys going? And we're like, yeah, we're walking the carpet. She had tears in her eyes. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And we were like, we have to exit immediately because I cannot be crying right now before being photographed. But that was kind of like, this is why we're doing it.
You already getting like some recognition anyway. You got a Billboard, Rolling Stone. What was your initial reaction when that happened?
I think that for so long as a singer-songwriter and being independent, you're like, you hope that those things happen, but when it finally does, you're just like, whoa, this is weird. It's so cool, but it's just, you just have to take it all in.
One of my favorite artists, Nina Simone, she has this quote like, artists have a responsibility to reflect the times. And like we're in a complex and emotional time for the Latin community. Do you feel as an artist like it is your responsibility to reflect these times? What's going on with the ICE raids?
Yes, I definitely try to show my support online, but I also want to just like, you know, instead of sulking in like all the negative, it's like, how can we make a difference? You know, it's little things of like making that Women's Day when we were there, just showing like we're here. Like it's not all doom and gloom. Like there's positives happening right now. Or, you know, us doing this show at Plaza that meant for like, let's keep doing good stuff like that and giving platforms to people who need it and, you know, supporting what we can.
Looking forward in like 5 to 10 years from now, what does it look like for you to pass on the torch? Where do you see the future, the next Latina country music artist coming to Nashville? She watches this interview. She's like, Andrea, that's it. That's who I want to be.
Oh, you're so sweet. I honestly just hope that it becomes a norm. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be this big thing. Like, we should all just be able to be in these rooms because we can, you know?
Exactly.
I want it to just be like less of a taboo thing and just a normal thing.
We're going to play a game now.
Okay.
So that's enough of the questions.
I love a game.
Relax your shoulders. And we'll be right back. And we're back. Are you ready for this game?
Always.
Oh, she's already ready. Okay. This first game is called Sip or Spill.
Oh,
so
God.
you can either sip the vinegar water, not the wine, the vinegar water.
Vinegar?
Vinegar water. It's actually really good for your immune system and your organs.
Oh my God.
Or you can spill the tea.
Okay.
You're a Gemini. You're good at talking. Okay. This first one is called Culture and Identity. Okay. What is a specific moment where you felt you had to explain your culture in the country music space?
I feel like I don't explain it in a way. I feel like if anybody just has an issue with it, they just won't listen to my music.
Okay, never ever.
Not really. I've always been very like, I want to say like maybe rebellious.
Okay.
In a way, like, I mean, you get the, like, I feel like I did a couple radio interviews in like, in a small town in like Kentucky once. And they weren't really with it. And I was like, okay, I don't need you to play my music then. And I moved on with my life. That's kind of how I am.
Like in the moment though, like whenever they weren't responding, were you still just going hard?
Not really. I was like, okay, like if we're not vibing, I'm not gonna try to win you over.
Okay, you better conserve your energy.
Yeah.
What is a stereotype about Latin artists that still frustrates you?
I feel like sometimes the industry just wants you to like throw in Spanish when it just doesn't make sense. Or just kind of, you know, my name is Andrea Vasquez. Like, clearly I am of some sort of Latin Hispanic descent. So like, I don't really need to explain that or just unnecessarily add things in my music. Like I told you like earlier that I used to do auditions and when they were like, can you sing Shakira? And I'm like, no, I love her, but like
different genre.
next, you know?
Yeah. Okay, what is a specific time you felt proud to stand out instead of blend in?
Always.
I love that.
Honestly, I feel like the older I've gotten, I'm just so proud of my roots. If not, I wouldn't be doing half the stuff I'm doing. I'm sure you feel the same way. It's like always.
I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this next category is country music in Nashville.
Okay.
What was your biggest culture shock moving into the Nashville music scene?
How there's like no women on country radio or in a lot of doors. That sucks. Yeah.
So what is how's the music scene in LA versus Nashville?
The music scene in LA is just very exhausting on a different level where I love it, but it's just more entertainment. It's more, I feel like everybody there is just trying to be like an influencer, which there's nothing wrong with that. Or yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think a lot of people are very like, everything there has to feel very polished and very fake. And I feel like here it's just a little bit more real. I feel like Nashville really champions the songwriter, the creative, the producer, all the people behind the scenes. And LA is just very like, I did this all by myself sometimes.
It's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
What is a specific moment where you question whether Nashville would truly make space for you?
I would say probably when I was younger and I was really pitching like my EP to certain stations, and we were doing more, this is like probably before Spotify and Apple were like the thing, you know? So this was like a little more back in the day. Being like, why don't they want to play me on radio? Why don't, how's this going to pan out? And then it just did. It started to.
What was the feedback that they were giving you?
I mean, they don't really give you much. No one's going to straight up be like, oh, she just doesn't fit in here, because no one wants to get canceled in that way. That. But you just get a vibe. I'm like, I know exactly what they're thinking, but okay, bye.
What's a door that opened because you didn't fit the traditional mold?
I feel like a lot of the stuff that's just been happening with like the Latin Country Association and all of that, those doors obviously have brought me to meet so many other really cool people and just kind of find this little community. And that just didn't exist years ago.
Okay, this next category is career and courage. What is the riskiest creative decision you've made thus far?
My publicist would say literally everything. Because I feel like whenever I do like an album rollout, I sometimes just go off the grid and I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go with whatever I feel like doing today. Like, I don't know.
What does that entail though? Like some TikToks?
Like, I'm just going to tell a story time about like a guy that cheated on me, or I'm going to, throw them under the bus, or I don't know if that's a good idea just to post about it, but I will. I started doing these like messy, like tiny mic things where it was like, tell me about like the worst dating story you've ever had. Ooh. And then just not editing them and just going rogue and throwing stuff like that online. And some people are like, that's kind of messy. And I'm like, okay.
It's real life.
It's fun.
We're missing the real.
Yeah.
So what's the, never mind.
Worst dating story that I got?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly would have to look back, but like I did these interviews on Broadway, a lot of them. And I mean,
wait, at night or in the daytime?
Nighttime.
Oh, you got some juicy stories.
I got some
there.
wild stuff. I was like, you girls are crazy.
If only would have caught the hawk too, girl.
I know.
Child.
That's funny.
What's a sacrifice people don't see behind your journey?
I think that just in general, like the normal consumer of music doesn't realize how much money music costs for very little payout a lot of times. And, we're all just kind of hustling to make the next. It's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff that we're constantly having to do.
Give us like a little inside scoop. Give us a little breakdown. What are you paying for?
I mean, artists have to go, you're expected to go to these rights. You're expected to produce content. You're expected to make stuff every 6 to 8 weeks. A lot of people tell you to do that. And you're like, okay, that's great. I would love to make music. Actually, they used to tell you like every 4 to 6 weeks you should be releasing music. And you're like, that's cool. But I'm on a shoestring budget, You have to pay for your musicians. And a lot of people are surprised by that. I'm like, no, I mean, these studio musicians, this is their livelihood. What do you mean you don't understand like why you have to pay them. Like, yeah, you have to pay them. You have to pay your producers. You have to pay mix and mastering. You have to pay your content people, your video production. And then you want me to do the same thing in 4 weeks? Do you think I'm a millionaire for like no money back on streams? Like, get out of here. So it's like you're constantly having to like, find ways to be creative. And it's, we're just in that never ending loop of like, it's about TikTok. It's about your views. It's about your likes. And it's just, we do it because we love it, but it is just so much like mental overload sometimes.
I bet. How do you decompress?
I watch a lot of trash TV.
What's your favorite trash TV?
I'm the biggest Bravo junkie. If I wasn't doing this, I would have like a Bravo meme account.
Oh, wow. If you weren't doing country music, you have a Bravo meme
I'm totally
account.
kidding. But like, yeah, I mean,
That's kind of fetch.
I would love to.
That's kind of
No,
fetch.
I mean, I'm like big on my Housewives of Atlanta. So happy Nene's coming back. Big on Beverly Hills. Big on Salt Lake City's insane. I mean, if anybody finds this in their algorithm, please DM me about Housewives. Like I can go on tangents all day long.
Okay. What is a specific win that meant more than charts and numbers for you?
Most recently, I had my EP release at Soho House a couple months ago. Okay. And yeah, and I think that day, you invite a lot of industry people, you invite a lot of friends. I'm going on 9 years here. Okay. And so I did an EP release party a few years ago. And I think in that moment, I think back, I'm like, oh, I thought I was ready for everything then. I totally was not. Mm-hmm. Now I look back and I'm like, no, this was the project that like felt the most me, felt the most mature, obviously because of age and just time, and your songwriting gets better, everything gets better. Yes. And this is like just such the El Camino EP that I did was just such a proud moment for me. But when I got out from backstage and you get on stage, I was just like in shock at like everybody that was there. And I almost cried, and I kind of forgot. I was like, I'm supposed to sing, but I want to say hi to everybody. Yeah. I want to go. I actually am pissed that I have to be up here. I want to be hanging out with all these people. But I think that was a moment where I was like, damn, like everyone's kind of starting to really show out for me. Like I'm really, like this thing is happening.
Yes,
so
the journey.
Yeah.
Our last segment on Sip or Spill is called Truth Serum. What part of yourself you protect fiercely now?
My peace. I feel like it's so easy to get like negative comments or just whatever. I just delete or block. Delete and block is my favorite thing.
I'm in that. I want you to know where you had me wrong at. It's so much energy wasted though.
I don't know. Sometimes, but I think I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, block. I love blocking people.
Why are you typing? Block.
Literally.
What is something you once watered down that you no longer will?
I feel like maybe my sound and things when I was just younger and didn't really know what I exactly wanted. And now I'm like, no, like this is what I'm going to put out and this is what I'm doing. It just is what it is. Take it or leave it.
The last one. Oh, we already answered that one. Okay, I'm going to make up my own question then.
Do it.
What Nene Leakes quote is your memo for 2026?
Oh my God. I could have like a whole montage of her. Yes. What was it? Close your legs to married men. My favorite Nene moment of all time is when Kim Zolciak and Andy are on Watch What Happens Live. Andy knew exactly what he was doing by having Kim call in and just letting those women go at each other. Yes. And he's just, my favorite thing is when he gets the cue cards and he knows this is insane. But man, I love that girl.
I love her.
I was gonna say who gonna check me, boo, but that was Sheree.
Yeah. Or they're done. Sheree. The teeth. Yeah. They're done. Get your teeth fixed. Trump checks. We're not gonna talk about him.
No, we're not talk about that. Definitely not.
When she got the Rolex, bling bling. Mm-hmm. Bitches is mad.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Queen.
We're gonna have a time.
I love it.
I love that you like trash TV, because me too.
It's the best.
It's the best. All right, and this last game we're playing is This or That.
Okay.
The first segment is music and creativity.
Cool.
English lyrics or Spanish lyrics?
English?
Acoustic guitar or full band?
Full band. I love both, but a full band moment is so much fun to me.
I love it. Writing alone or co-writing?
I was actually saying today that I used to do more solo writes. I need to do that. Sometimes that, and also just decompresses me. We're going to go with, I don't know. I love both.
Which one? A little bit more.
Co-writes.
Okay. Studio sessions or live shows?
I would say live shows.
Culture and flavor. Traditional country or country with a little tahini?
Country Little Tajín, duh.
Me too.
But we love our traditional country, duh.
Yeah. Sprinkle a little tahini on there. Sprinkle a little Andrea.
Yep.
Family gatherings or quiet reset days?
My family gatherings are quite a time.
Industry and identity. Fitting in or standing out?
Standing out.
I can guess that one. Traditional or evolution?
Evolution.
Yes. Nashville roots or global influence?
I love my Nashville roots.
Okay, she's a Nashville.
Yeah.
Welcome to the city.
I love it.
Okay, early mornings or late nights?
Damn. I like both. I will pride myself in being an early morning girl. Like I can actually get up, I love it like an early morning workout.
Okay,
when
what
it's
time we
not
talking?
freezing. Like 6.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I like to get like up and going.
I love that. Okay, routine or go with the flow?
Routine girl for sure.
Okay.
It's a mix of both. There's flexibility in the routine, but
Guess when say you're a Gemini.
yeah.
It's that air sign vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, nature reset or city energy?
Girl, you won't catch me outside. City energy.
I love it. And Andrea, you have been under the influence.
Yay.
Yes, so such a wonderful guest. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Andrea. So good.
Yay.